Rocket Johnny here with another PC build video. We are ready to install the motherboard into our case. As always, we will have links to all the components we're using in the video description, so check that out. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of the PC build and related videos. So we previously prepared the case by removing the two fans that come with the case, and we installed a slim profile RGB fan here in the back for exhaust. We installed 3 fans in the front for intake. We also installed the standoffs for the motherboard to support the motherboard. And we had to get our 3 fans in the front, we had to remove a panel that was right here. And a cage for 3.5-inch drives that was here as well, which gives us space for the third fan here. These also have a nice little RGB that's just a ring around it, so you'll see how it looks once we get it all put together. And as always, we are doing this on an anti-static mat that's properly grounded with our wristband attached. We don't want to risk any ESD destroying any of the components. And in a previous video, we had prepared the motherboard by installing the various components on it. And so now, this come out of here. Now we're ready to get the motherboard installed. Okay. So we've got our holes lined up, kind of popped right into place there. And we've got 8 screws that are going to hold the motherboard to the standoffs, securing it in the case. And it's looking good already. We've got the white case, we've got some white accents in the case, the white memory. We also have our AIO cooler that has a white feature on it. It'll be a pretty good looking build. Once we get the motherboard secured, we can install the AIO cooler. And the screws are small, so you just have to be careful not to drop them. And we don't need tons of pressure on the screws, just needs to be snug and in there good. We don't want to crank it down super hard and risk cracking our board. In our previous video, we installed the CPU, the memory, and 2 M.2 drives. One for our primary drive, that's for our operating system, and then a secondary drive that's for storage and fun applications like games and other applications not related to the operating system. Now let's make sure that all the screws are snug. And again, we're not gonna use too much force to crank them down. We don't want to crack the board, but just to make sure that it's secure and it's not going to go anywhere. So the motherboard is installed, secured inside the case. Now we could go ahead and put our power supply in. That's fairly straightforward, just slides in the bottom in this area here, and there's 4 screws on the back that secure it in place. So let me turn this around, and then we can easily access that. Now I'm not going to install any of the cables yet on the power supply, because from the back of the case we've got pretty good access to that area, so I'm not too concerned about getting the cables onto it. So there's 2 screws that we need to remove so that we can slide it in, and then a couple screws to, we've got 4 screws to secure it in place. So we can slide it right in like so. This is the little bracket that takes the 4 screws. And then once we've got the 4 screws installed, we use the 2 to secure the whole thing to the case. So we've got the power supply installed. The fan is on the bottom drawing air in. And now we can install our AIO cooler. So there's going to be screws coming from the top that secure the radiator to the top. And we've got to secure the heatsink and water pump to the CPU as well. So first thing we're going to do is install the pump. It comes with the thermal paste already in place, so we don't have to worry about that. And we've got our screws there. So all we have to do here is line it up, and we've got 4 screws to secure it to the CPU. So a little tricky getting these little nuts to thread on there when we've already got the motherboard in the case, but we were able to get it done. And we just want to secure these screws. And we want to try and make sure it's even, and that we've got good contact with the CPU. So we've secured that on there, and it basically clamps down on top of the CPU, making good thermal contact so that it can provide good cooling. And we'll be able to verify that, you know, it's got good contact once we get it fired up and we can look at the temperatures. So now we just need to install the radiator and make sure that our cables are out of the way here. In fact, we can move these guys out of the way. So that'll have a nice bend around. This is why we wanted the slim profile fan here, so that it doesn't interfere with these lines. So it looks like that'll fit perfectly. Okay, so we've got our AIO cooler installed. Let me turn this back around. And we cannot forget to install our graphics card. So we're going to remove these 2 blanks here. And then we'll install our graphics card there in the top slot right here. So we want to make sure that this clip is in the open position, and we can just kind of hold these up out of the way, install our card. When we put it in here, it should close and snap into place, and then we'll secure the 2 screws back there. And this is a pretty long card, so we have just enough room to get it properly installed. All right, and then it pops into place, and we've just got enough clearance with our fans on the far end of it, and then we can secure with the 2 screws that we took out. Okay, so there it is with the motherboard in the case, with the AIO cooler and the memory card installed.